Hello and welcome once again to Stocks TV Nigeria. I'm Abayomi Obabolujo with another edition of market update and equity analysis. So we've got a lot to do on this platform for today. For example, the all-share index of the Nigerian Stock Exchange ended positive. So also were the other basic indicators for Thursday, the 11th day of August 2016. Besides that, one of the expected second quarter reports was released to the market during the trading session. That was the result from Zenith Bank PLC. We'll be taking the time on this platform today to analyzing the results from Zenith Bank. We'll be looking at what the basic ratios are relative to current price, and we'll be able to arrive at a conclusion whether Zenith is viable with this released second quarter report or not. Meanwhile, for the day, the price of Zenith was down marginally. We'll be taking time to look at that. Besides, for the fact that Zenith released its second quarter report, audited second quarter report, during the trading session, it suggests that the market should be receiving the audited second quarter report from Guaranty, Access, and of course UBA in a short while from now. Because of that, we'll also be doing a forecast. It's not going to be a comprehensive forecast per se, but little things here and there. We put together what are really the possibilities, what are the expectations technically. So we'll be looking at what have they always done as an interim dividend. We'll also be looking at what their earnings for the first quarter were, and of course projecting from there to what the possibilities are for the second quarter reports for these organizations, talking about UBA, Guaranty, and Access Bank PLC. Subsequently, we'll be looking at the general market performances for Thursday and project to the following day, which is Friday, the 12th day of August 2016. Please don't go anywhere. Stay logged on. I will be right back. Welcome back. For the first time this week, the basic indicators representing the Nigerian stock market all ended in the green. The all-share index of the Nigerian Stock Exchange grew by 0.14%. Market capitalization was up 0.14%. Deals for the day were up by 111.67%. at 3,647. Volume of trades for Thursday, the 11th day of August 2016, grew by 29.67%, while value grew by 177.03% at 2,556,165,589.46 naira. So we move forward to the equities that emerged as gainers for the day. But before I go into the analysis of these equities, I'd like to state that it isn't as if the market is totally bullish, because there are so many indicators that do represent market activities for a particular day. One of them is the number of equities on the gainers chart relative to the number of equities on the losers chart. So for Thursday, the number of equities on the losers chart were far more than those on the gainers chart. That is one aspect of losers and gainers for the day. The second indicator talking about gainers and losers for the day is the fact that highest percentage gain was 5.93%, whereas highest percentage gain was 9.09%. And of course, if you look at the number of equities that now gained between 3.19% and 4.29%, you now compare with the number of equities that lost 5% and 3.23%, they were also more. In other words, the market for Thursday was better than the market activities for Wednesday. However, the market likely remains weak. So we quickly look at some of those equities on the highest percentage gainers chart. They include International Breweries. It grew 5.93% for the day. Much later, if we still have enough time, we'll be looking at the technical indicators for these equities and see the possibilities in them on Friday. Wema Bank was up 4.29%. Wema Bank had a positive second quarter report, but the major issue against the bank is the fact that it intends to come to the market to raise or to float a bond of about 20 billion naira. As far as, well, the general market is concerned, that's not a wise decision. AfriPrud was up 4.15% Thursday. It currently sells at 2.76 naira. AfriPrud rather had very little float in the market, and that's why I keep saying there is a level to which the price of AfriPrud will come to, and it will naturally reverse. Dangote flour was up 4.08%. Dangote flour and some other flours like maybe Honeywell flour, even flour meal, in a bad market like we currently see, are good equities to hold because of the inelastic demand of their products. Air Services was up 3.88%. Others on the gainers chart include Fitson. I kept talking about Fitson. It grew just marginally 1.69% for Thursday. National Salt, Guinness, UACN, and Dangote Cement all grew marginally for Thursday. Diamond Bank led percentage loser for the day with 9.09%, as the price currently stands at 1 naira 20 kobo. Others include PZ, CAP, Oando. You know, the price of Oando keeps declining, but we will be looking at the technical indicators for this very shortly to see what the possibilities are. Others also include Guaranty, UBA, FBNH, Nigerian Breweries, Access, and Custodian and Allied Insurance PLC. Now, the best performer for the day, if you ask me, is actually Guaranty, because looking at the deals, 548 deals, it also led in value 969,680 naira 72 kobo. All right, was the value recorded by Guaranty for Thursday. And of course, it was also second when it comes to volume. Right? So others on the performance charts, when it comes to days volume and value, include Zenith, FBNH, Access, Diamond, UBA, WAPCO, Handle, Fidelity, and some others, as you can see on the screen. So, like I did say when we were opening the presentation for today, one of the equities that the market had waited long, at least for a couple of weeks, had been Zenith Others include Access, Guaranty, and UBA. So on Thursday, within the trading session, the second quarter report audited of Zenith was released to the market. So we'll briefly look at the basic statistics of this result. Of course, subsequently, we will still create the time to analyze in details the results, second quarter by Zenith. If you ask me on the face value, I will give kudos to the management and board of Zenith Bank PLC. Of course, going by the basic indicators, we see a number of decline relative to the happenings around the Nigerian financial market and of course the economy generally that is currently in recession. When the market sees this type of result, we should still give kudos to the management of the organization because they are able to stand up to the challenge presented by the economy. So for Zenith, there was a decline of marginal 6.23% in the turnover. It was 214.812 billion in 2016 June from 229.082 billion naira in the same period of 2015. The profit after tax also declined by 15.73% to 44.748 billion from 53.100 billion in the same period of 2015. So we come to the earning per share. The earning per share of Zenith for the second quarter is actually 1 naira 43 kobo. Of course, it was 1 naira 69 kobo the preceding year, right? So that declined by 15.38%. But you see, whether the profit is increasing, whether the turnover is declining, what will now inform the essence of the result or the general performance, whether it is good or not, is when all these basic figures from the organization are related with current price of the stock on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So when it comes to Zenith at a price of 15 naira 60 kobo as at the close of trading activities on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Thursday, the 11th day of August 2016, the earning yield is 9.17%. And that is very significant. We're not talking about full year audited report here. We're talking about the second quarter. So for any organization to have reported 9.17% earnings yield, that's the relationship between the earning and the current price. It's 9.17%. So what you need to do is just close your eyes and say, all things being equal, if the organization should report the same level of performances going into the full year, you can begin to imagine what the possibilities are in Zenith Bank. It tells that as we speak, Zenith, as far as I'm concerned, is underpriced. Then you come to the P/E ratio. P/E ratio is, in layman term, assuming the current earning of the organization is to be divided or distributed among all the shareholders of the organization, how much would accrue to each person, and not that alone, it tells of the number of years, right, it will take for you to recoup your investment if the earning per share is to be distributed, right, to all the shareholders. How many years it will take you to recoup your investment if the earning per share is to be distributed to all the shareholders of the organization. So for the second quarter report from Zenith, it is 10.91. That is to say less than 11 years. We are talking about second quarter now. If Zenith maintains this level of performances to the audited full year account, it suggests that this 10.91 can actually come to about 5 or 6, place Zenith in any market globally. This result will stand as rated as a good, stands to be rated as a very good result, as far as I'm concerned. So the market might decide not to compensate Zenith, but all you need to do is just hold firm. See how well the market will go in not compensating Zenith at the appropriate time. You enter into it and hold. When you see a company releasing this kind of report to the market and the market is not compensating, it offers great opportunities for you to buy and hold. More than all this, Zenith is also recommending an interim dividend of 25 kobo. As far as I'm concerned, Zenith is a good buy. But you know that this result was released to the market when the market is relatively weak. We might not get the kind of price performance expected in Zenith. Let's quickly look at those other equities, particularly the three others that are yet to release their second quarter report. Now that Zenith has released the second quarter report, be sure that Access is going to follow very, very closely. And of course, Guaranty and UBA. As a matter of fact, I see the possibility of the results from those other three organizations hitting the market earlier than projected. So in the case of Access, what are the possibilities? I take it up from the interim. In the last 3 years, Access has not done more than 25 kobo interim dividend. So for this period also, an interim dividend of 25 kobo is being expected. Now, when it comes to the earnings, what I've decided to do here is to take time to analyze the fourth quarter report and see the relationship between previous first quarter reports and, of course, the second quarter reports. And so if you look at 2013, from 41 kobo to 92 kobo, first to second. Then in 2014, from 51 kobo to 99 kobo, first to second. And in 2015, last year, from 68 kobo to 1 naira 37 kobo. So as at the first quarter of 2016, Access had already generated 60 kobo earning per share, which suggests that the 25 kobo interim dividend the organization gave for 2015 account June ending is still possible for this year. And therefore, on the strength of these previous performances, using basic statistical methodology, I have arrived at an expectation of 90 kobo and 1 naira 20 kobo earning per share for the second quarter of Access at a price of 5 naira 58 kobo. If Access is able to meet this, it will be one of the cheapest equity on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. But again, let's see how far I will be adjudged to be correct. The result is being expected anytime between August 20th, because in 2013, Access released its second quarter report to the markets 20th of August. It was a Tuesday. And 2014, August 25th. 2015, August 20th. Depending on when the CBN eventually gives them the go-ahead, it is expected that before the end of August this year, Access will release the second quarter report audited to the market with this basic expectation. We quickly move to Guaranty. As we speak, Guaranty has just refused, the price has refused to stay below the 24 naira mark. So the expectation also is that same 25 kobo earning per share. And of course, because Zenith gave 25 kobo, I'm not expecting Guaranty to give more than that. More so in 2013, 25 kobo, 2014, 25 kobo, 2015, 25 kobo. So things are a lot tight in the economy as we speak, but then I do not expect GT Bank to give anything lower than 25 kobo earning per share, 25 kobo interim dividend. But again, what is my expectation of the earning from which this dividend is going to be paid? What I did also is to relate the first quarter of the previous year, 2013, 2014, 2015, to the second quarter, and looking at those figures, having generated 90 kobo earning per share for the first quarter. I want to be conservative that for Guaranty, I do not expect anything more than maybe 120, 150. All right, but I do not expect any earning per share that is lower than 1 naira, right? I don't want to be generous because we know that things are tight, basically, generally around the Nigerian economy. So let's look at UBA before we go to our market analysis segment on this platform for today. Right, for UBA. Well, the organization started interim dividend, I think last year or so, because I couldn't lay my hand on any interim dividend record in 2014 and 2013 and down the line, right? So for the last year that we saw 20 kobo earning 20 kobo interim dividend. So for this year, I expect about 20 kobo or slightly lower. It could be 15 kobo, it could be 10 kobo, it could be 15 kobo, it could also be 20 kobo, but we shouldn't be expecting any interim dividend higher than 20 kobo from UBA. Why did I say so? Very simple. The earn per share for the first quarter upon which the organization is to build entering into the second quarter is 47 kobo, right? So, and my projection talking about the second quarter earning per share for UBA is actually between 75 kobo and 90 kobo. If UBA achieves this feat at a price of 4 naira 44 kobo, right, the price will be the stock rather will be grossly underpriced as far as the market is concerned. So when are we expecting the result of UBA? Looking at it from 2013, I can see that at the time it was end of October. Then the earliest that UBA has brought the second quarter report was actually July 25th. That was in 2014. And then in 2015, it was very early September. So if you ask me, when should we be expecting the second quarter report of UBA to hit the market? I will be looking at sometimes towards the end of August and early September, right? So that is how far we can go for those equities that where we're currently expecting some other results in the market as we speak. So let's look at what some other opportunities that abound in the market for Friday, the 12th day of August 2016. Joining me for the market analysis segment of this presentation is Dele Aishida. You are welcome to Stocks TV today.
Thank you very much.
Now, looking at the market for Thursday, these are the indicators here. NSE All Share Index. For Thursday, almost all the major indicators were up. All share index up, market capitalization up, deals up, value up, volume up. Looking at these indicators, what can you project for the market on Friday?
Looking at these indicators, considering the fact of what has happened in the last couple of days, we're seeing this earlier on that the market was looking oversold about 2 days ago. And I guess market operators are beginning to see that indeed the market is looking oversold. So definitely you can see the fact that they are reacting, and it's causing a turnaround in the market. So in the next couple of days, I expect the market, if not fully on the bullish side, but a market that will be stable, I would say, considering the fact that Zenith has just released its interim. I believe it will cause some form of enthusiasm in the market, but that is yet to be seen.
You mentioned Zenith. The result, as far as I'm concerned, was fantastic. That is the indicator.
Yes, the result was fantastic. When reactions today were not too enthusiastic. It takes me back to the earnings season for Q15 when the companies were releasing their results earlier on in the year. And even though the results had mixed feelings, but there wasn't a very bullish reaction in the market. I think we are there in the same period now. The results came with a dividend, interim dividend of 25 kobo. The market is not too enthusiastic. You realize that the market had already imputed this price, this dividend in the price of Zenith. That is why there is no serious reaction.
So the position had been taken.
Oh, the position had been taken.
So now it is time for people to actually bail out.
Now it is time for profit taking. It is time for bailing out.
And because of that, Zenith lost 2.5% on Thursday.
Yeah.
But I think subsequently, with the indicators we are seeing, it only makes Zenith stock more attractive.
It begins to make Zenith more attractive because if you look at the indicators individually, they are all looking downwards. The MFI, the percentage UMR, the ultimate, they are all looking downwards. So for as long as Zenith continues to lose price, it continues to be attractive. But the note of caution here is that we would not know how much the market will batter the price of Zenith. So for as long as the market is still battering the price of Zenith, you might just hold on. For those who have taken position, they might begin to bail out now. You might not need to wait for the 25 kobo. And as some people are bailing out, others are also interested in that 25 kobo. They will also begin to establish their position. So it depends on which side of the divide you are in the market.
Now, when you say that Zenith with 1 naira 43 kobo diluted earning per share for the second quarter, right? And then you talk about earnings yield of about 9.71% and a P ratio of 10.9. Will you say the earning as released by Zenith is good enough for me to say I want to take fresh position irrespective of what the price is doing and I want to hold for the medium term?
I would not say with the price now, I would advise an investor to be cautious. You want to hold on and see how low the price can come to. So I'll tell you to hold on, but the result is good. But we have said that earlier, for the fact that Wema was able to bring a good result, some of the other tier 2 banks brought results that were mixed feelings, but then we had said that Zenith and all the other big banks must not bring any results that is less than what the smaller banks have done. So I would say by and large the result is good, but you might have to wait for you to take a position in Zenith.
Now for Thursday, International Breweries just emerged from nowhere and was the highest percentage gainer on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. In case some people just say, International Brewery, buy for me.
What's the volume? The volume is just 112,070. It's not a significant volume. Yes, it is the highest price gainer. No doubt that will be given to International Breweries. Nobody can take that out. These numbers are spoken and the result is final. Nobody can remove that accolade from International Breweries right now. But the reality is that the volume isn't there to drive it. So for investors looking for it, they might not just find it to buy.
What is the attraction in International Breweries really?
Market will always open, market will always close, and at the end of the day, you will have gainers, you will have losers. No doubt, International Brewery is the highest percentage gainer today, but I will say this trend will not continue.
This trend cannot even continue. Look at the position of the indicators.
If you look at the position of the indicators, by and large, from April this year, has been trading flat, but then it will continue to make highest percentage 5% every now and then, but then it doesn't give a very good trading opportunity for investors.
I saw one other equity among the banking stocks for 2 straight days. Wema Bank had increased on Wednesday. Wema Bank was up, what percentage? 2.9%. And for Thursday, it was another 4.3%. Wema Bank closed on Thursday at a price of 73 kobo, though it touched a low of 68 kobo.
We said it here a couple of days ago that Wema Bank was looking oversold, but then the apprehension was the fact that it's a tier 2 bank. We don't know what's going on with the bank. We don't know it's one of those banks that might be merging. We don't know if one of those banks that might be acquired. We don't even know if there are banks that will be merged or acquired. So there are a lot of rumors going on in the market right now, and I think that is hanging over the neck of Wema Bank. Definitely, if a price is oversold, it will rebound, and Wema Bank has done just that.
Okay, one other equities that came yesterday. I have always believed that AfriProd, because of the low outstanding number of shares and of course the float in the market being very little, right, gained a little on Thursday. But with the position of these indicators, don't you think that AfriProd still has some journey up to make?
The AfriProd still has some journey up to make. If you've been in AfriProd by Wednesday or Thursday, well, it's been a good investment for you. For those who are thinking of entering, well, it still offers them good opportunity. It still has a way to go up, and it's definitely a good investment.
All right. So that is talking about AfriProd as we speak. Now, in one of our WhatsApp groups, it was a major topic. People were talking about Guaranty. This equity has refused to trend below the 24 naira mark. It will come down slightly and then move back up. But these are the positions of the indicators. What are they telling you?
The indicators,
of course, on Thursday it was down marginally.
Yeah, if you look at the chart itself, at 24 it has hit resistance, but we said that earlier that what's keeping it at that price is the interim dividend that's coming, that is just around the corner. For the indicators, mixed feelings. Some are looking down, some are flat, some seem to be going nowhere. So for new investors, it might not be a good time to be entering Guaranty Trust Bank. You might have to wait. For those who have been in Guaranty Trust Bank, if you decide to take profit now, you have not done badly at all.
Let me ask you this question. The first quarter earning that we saw from Guaranty in 2016 was 90 kobo. Whereas for Access was 60 kobo. For UBA was 47 kobo. Don't you think that relatively Guaranty is overpriced? Well, that is one arm of the question. And then let's go to the result that Zenith has just released. Zenith gave 1 naira 43 kobo earning per share for the second quarter. Significantly. Are you expecting Guaranty to do better than this?
Definitely, I will be expecting Guaranty to do better. Guaranty has proven itself over the years.
So you are expecting like 2 naira second quarter earning from Guaranty?
Well, let's be very realistic. Let's say 180, 170, 180.
Are you expecting? Don't you think that you are too generous?
Well, I'm not too generous, but they've done it in the first quarter.
What they did in the first quarter was what they did in the second quarter, first quarter, as we saw, was just 90 kobo. What they did first quarter of 2015 was 94 kobo. Of course, in 2015, we saw they were almost doubled in the second quarter. But you will agree with me that the changes within the Nigerian economy between 2015 and now had been significantly negative. And so all of them, so far so good, had released negative report or report lower than the previous year's performances.
Yes, we will not say that they've released negative results. We'll just say they've released results lower than the previous years. But considering the fact they've also released this result, before these results were to be released, there was mixed feelings in the market because the market wasn't sure what they would do vis-a-vis the economy. I want to look at them doing 170, 180. That the guarantees of our price is an issue of perception. Guaranty has proven itself over the years. So if the market decides to compensate it, they will.
So Zenith has not proven itself over the years. Access has not proven itself.
But Guaranty and Zenith are those banks that are in competition. So Zenith needs to do what it has to do to push itself to the level of
What do you think Zenith has to do?
I don't know. That's an issue for the management.
Okay, so we want to say a very big thank you to you for staying tuned for this long, for this particular presentation, and to our analyst, Dele Aishida. I want to say a very big thank you to you. It's like we should just continue.
We could be here
but don't worry, we are going to be coming to you again on Monday And you will do us a lot of favor when you get your friends, your associates, all right, to be part of this presentation by sharing it with them all. Until Monday morning, when we shall be coming your ways again, I remain yours sincerely in wealth creation, its accumulation and preservation via the stock market. Abayomi Obabolujo. God bless you. Enjoy your weekend.